Exclusive. Mohamed Salah could stay at Liverpool for 3 more years as contract clause is revealed. New Virgil van Dijk contract with Liverpool. What journalists are saying about the announcement? Liverpool leads the race to sign the midfielder Jurgen Klopp, once called a first-class player. Welcome, my fellow fan. Let's check out the latest news from the greatest club in the world. Mohamed Salah has signed a new contract with Liverpool, which brings significant updates compared to his previous deal with the club. According to exclusive information from *rousing the cop*, the Egyptian forward's new agreement with the Reds includes a clause allowing an additional 1-year extension on top of the confirmed 2-year term. This means that Salah is officially committed to Liverpool until 2027, with the possibility of staying at Anfield through the 2027-2028 season. Salah's previous contract was set to expire in the summer of 2025, making it crucial for the club to secure the future of one of its biggest icons. The renewal was officially announced on Friday morning and was met with overwhelming excitement from fans who saw it as a clear sign of the club's ambition to continue competing at the highest level. The new contract not only guarantees Salah's extended stay, but also includes a clause for mutual termination after just 1 year, should both parties agree. This flexibility suggests that while the renewal shows commitment, Liverpool is aware of the ongoing interest in Salah from other markets. Sources close to the player indicate that Salah received an offer from the Saudi Pro League this summer, and that the offer remains open. There is strong expectation in the Middle East that the Egyptian star will eventually play in Saudi Arabia, where a major project is underway to attract global football talents. Should the move materialize, Salah is expected to become the highest-paid player in the league, surpassing all current salaries there. Financially, the new contract reportedly includes a slight increase in Salah's base salary. However, a significant portion of his earnings will be performance-based bonuses. Among the clauses, there is a more substantial bonus linked to winning the Ballon d'Or, an acknowledgement of his value and ambition, especially after a remarkable season in which he scored 32 goals and provided 22 assists. Retaining Salah at Anfield was treated as an absolute priority by Liverpool's management, and the signing of the new contract marks an important step in solidifying the club's sporting project. Even at 32, Salah remains one of the most decisive and influential players in world football, and his continued excellence will be vital for Liverpool's plans in the coming years. Following the long-awaited confirmation of Mohamed Salah's contract renewal, Liverpool is now preparing to announce another key extension: the new contract of Virgil van Dijk. Although it hasn't been officially confirmed yet, all signs suggest that the Dutch captain has already agreed to a deal that will keep him at Anfield for another 2 years, extending his stay until 2027. Salah's new deal was announced at 8 a.m. on Friday, and fans immediately began speculating whether Van Dijk would be next. However, reliable sources like James Pearce from The Athletic and Paul Gorst from the Liverpool Echo quickly denied rumors that the defender's contract would also be announced that same day. Both journalists clarified that while negotiations are nearly complete, the club chose not to release 2 major announcements back-to-back. Speculation grew after a brief interaction between Van Dijk and journalists at the AXA training center, where Liverpool continues its preparations for Sunday's Premier League clash against West Ham. Despite the lack of an official announcement, it is believed behind the scenes that all terms of Van Dijk's new contract have been agreed upon, and only formal confirmation remains. Respected journalist Fabrizio Romano backed up this belief in his latest update, stating that all contract details have been sealed, also approved by lawyers, and that the Dutchman will sign very soon. With that, it's only a matter of time before Liverpool officially confirms Van Dijk's renewal, further securing a defensive cornerstone of the squad. Earlier this week, some reports had suggested that the deals for both Salah and Van Dijk were still pending, but Friday's development seemed to contradict that narrative, indicating that the club is working quickly behind the scenes to secure its key leaders. While Salah and Van Dijk are close to committing their futures to Liverpool through 2027, the situation around Trent Alexander-Arnold remains uncertain. His current contract runs out at the end of the season, and he is reportedly close to a pre-contract agreement with Real Madrid. If confirmed, it would be a significant loss for the Reds. Connor Bradley is seen as a potential successor. Manager Arne Slot has emphasized that retaining key players like Salah and Van Dijk strengthens the squad and helps attract new signings by projecting stability. Liverpool is clearly sending a message that it intends to keep its core intact and stay competitive in the seasons ahead. According to Gazzetta dello Sport, as reported by Sport Witness, Liverpool, now led by new head coach Arne Slot, is leading the race to sign Nicolo Barella, the talented Inter Milan midfielder. The Italian international's consistent and high-level performances this season have drawn attention from several top European clubs, but it seems the Reds have taken the initiative to secure his services. At 27, Barella is considered a vital player in Inter's setup, and the Italian club values him at over £80 million. This price reflects not only his tactical importance, but also his technical ability and consistent performances in both domestic and European competitions. Despite the steep valuation, Liverpool appears willing to take a bold step to strengthen its midfield, potentially making Barella the most expensive signing in the club's history. The deal could reach approximately £87 million. Liverpool's pursuit of a top-tier midfielder is not new. Last summer, the club made efforts to sign Real Sociedad's Martin Zubimendi, but the Spaniard chose to remain in La Liga. Now, under Slot's leadership, the need for reinforcements remains pressing, especially after recent matches exposed a lack of depth and quality in midfield. While Ryan Gravenberch has shown promise under the new manager, there is still a sense within the club that more top-level presence is required in that area. Barella has been widely praised across Europe. Former Liverpool manager Jurgen Klopp once described him as a first-class player, praising his versatility, intensity, and football intelligence. Recent stats from *FotMob* further highlight his quality. In a standout performance, Barella recorded 92% passing accuracy, 5 ball recoveries, 5 successful final third passes, and was dispossessed only once. In contrast, his direct opponents, like Joshua Kimmich and Leon Goretzka, had significantly less impact in that same match. Signing Barella would not only be a major technical addition, but also a clear statement of Liverpool's ambition to rebuild a squad capable of challenging for major trophies. However, it remains to be seen whether the club is prepared to invest such a substantial portion of its transfer budget on a single player, given other needs in the squad. Regardless, Liverpool's interest in the Inter midfielder signals a continued commitment to refreshing and improving the team, aiming to keep the club among Europe's elite. Thank you so much for watching. See you next time!